Hello everyone, welcome to the Existence Podcast, episode 9, I think. How are we all doing?
Oh, we're doing fantastic.
Doing good.
Mm-hmm.
There's more members of Waystone in this lobby or in the podcast than
That there is.
members.
So, yes, welcome to episode
Put it on
9 of the Existence Podcast, which is joined by a few special guests from the fellow SMP Waystone. So we have, I am Foz. Foz?
Doesn't really matter.
Foes. Carnelia, Naragath, Wafflestick from Waystone, as well as myself, McBeach Pies, and Pineapple.
I like being picked last.
I really like pineapples when I pick them last for dessert. Oh,
Pineapple?
Oh, you ate my brother? My brethren, I mean?
Brethren.
yes.
One of us. One of us.
There's all kinds of. There's an assortment of delicious food in this podcast.
There is.
I mean, we've
There's
got
peaches
peach,
and
we got-
pineapples and waffles.
Dessert.
I like myself a waffle stick. Stick of waffle.
Yes, covered with chocolate and sprinkles. Ooh.
You see, we don't have those. Like, is that a thing? Is that a normal thing?
No, it's sort of a novelty. We don't have it here either. I don't know where they have it.
Probably
Are
like
churros
Britain or
technically
something.
waffle sticks?
Probably
Churros?
South America.
I don't know. But anyway, so,
Let's
welcome,
stop waffling.
Waystoners. How are we all
Appreciate
doing? You're all doing alright?
Yeah,
That
doing
was
good.
good. Doing good.
So, to all the viewers out there, we have just had season 3 of the Existence UHC, and we had a few Waystone members there. We shouldn't do any spoilers in this podcast, considering this will come out in a few days, whereas the UHC will come out in a couple of weeks. Actually, to be honest, with the circumstances, we probably could have it a bit early. But we won't talk about that now.
It was really fun.
It was a fun time, that's for sure. But I think we will
I killed a
definitely.
creeper.
Well done. We'll
It's
just
interesting.
we'll hold off on the spoilers for the meantime, I think.
Ah, dang it.
But yeah, so that should come out. Hopefully, we still need to schedule release, and we need a little bit more work to do. But it was a fun time, that's for sure. And hopefully, we can do more things with Waystone as we
Yeah,
go.
it's kind of cool because we had a pretty big mesh there too. I mean, a little bit of everyone.
Yeah,
from
there was
both
a
servers.
bigger turnout from Waystone than initially intended, which was actually quite good. It's just a shame that we had someone pull out last minute, and also had a bit of a delay at the beginning due to Liam in particular taking a long time to get home, and then Foz's microphone not working, and then Liam forgetting his Minecraft login and not working in the first place. And I'm pretty sure we've lost one perspective from footage from Yog.
But
So,
great things came out of it, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
We made a band. We're all in Discord, like hitting all of our equipment on our desk to make music. It was amazing.
Oh yeah,
It was something, that's for sure.
I have part of that recorded.
Yeah.
I may have.
Oh my god.
Post it, we can make millions.
Just
I'll
get a
have to go
record
back.
like signing, get a license going, release
We'll
your
be the
first
next
album.
One Direction.
What happened to One
So-
Direction, by the way? Just quickly. Are they just gone?
They went.
Yeah, they did.
They went their own directions.
They went 5 directions.
Slightly ironic.
Five directions. That's pretty good.
And then Harry was the only one that made good music afterwards.
Wow.
See, I have no idea. I just know that he was in Dunkirk. Just saying. But anyway, so yeah, the UAC went quite well, apart from the few hiccups at the beginning and a bit of a mistake with the command blocks, which was my error because I forgot to change something back after I modified it. I had heaps of fun, and I definitely am looking forward to more crossover stuff with Waystone in the future.
Yeah,
And I
most
think
definitely.
that's what we really want to talk about in this podcast is just, I guess, the way that Minecraft communities are still thriving like this, even though, like, if you think of the larger scale things like Hermitcraft and the long gone, I think Minecraft's basically long dead now, is it?
Oh yeah,
I believe
definitely.
so. Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's funny how you get these small concentrated communities, and to me, I think that actually makes it better that
I
you
do
get
too.
such a close community.
You get close knit instead of having the large expanse of Hermitcraft. Sometimes it's hard to interact with, your viewers.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. That's
Having
the one thing I miss. Like having a smaller channel is just communicating with all the more personal people. And
Yeah, 'cause
you
you're
know, the
really
bigger you
bumped up
get,
now, aren't
the
you?
less you do. Yeah.
You're on 1.7 last time I checked.
I think I'm not sure. I don't really check very often. Oddly.
Sorry, I'm a big channel. I don't really care about my subscribers. I don't check it very often. It's not a big deal. Don't ask me why I put that accent on, but
Speaking of events and stuff, though, I mean, if Waystone decides to have their own events, like we'll probably do something slightly different from like UHC and stuff. I was thinking of working on like a build battle competition. That'd be a really neat concept to bring in. You know, it'd be neat.
Yeah.
You just kind of invite all the existing members, whoever wants to do it.
yeah.
You know, just throwing ideas out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Lot
Like
of
even
different
before the UHC, we had a bit of time to kill, so we played Quakecraft. And that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Just
My
running
hand
around.
still hurts from that.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
really great.
It's just doing stuff like that. And I mean, for months now, and I think this is like the first instance of that, I've been trying to set up a cross SMP UHC. I think Wafflestick might remember. I put it to ages ago. That was months and months and months ago, like last year, I'm pretty sure. And I think that'd still be cool to do, but I like having I think, like we're saying, the smaller concentrate of people. It's a bit more manageable and it's a bit less overwhelming, I think, to have the smaller groups.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's sort of interesting to see how people interact too from different SMPs. It's like it's crazy how we just come together and we're all cool. Like, you know what? It's not awkward or anything. Sometimes we'll make peach pie.
It's just like, wow, shots fired. I mean, you'll have to excuse me. It's 5 a.m. right now, so can you blame me? But yeah, no, I exactly. I get what you mean. Like, it's funny how like, I mean, I knew like Carnelia and Nargath and Wafflestick and all that, but like Foz and who else did we have?
Dave, I think.
Dave. Yeah.
Dave, yeah, like never talked to ever before. And we were gonna have who was it who had to leave?
Massive Bob.
Yeah. We were gonna have them, but they had to leave early. So but it's funny just like instantly, like there was no like didn't have to make any awkward introductions or anything like that, which I hate doing in real life, which is bad enough. Like, oh yes, hi, I'm Patrick, nice to meet you, shake hands.
Yeah.
Interacting in real life is just bad in general.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good that we could just like come together just like that. And I think that's going to really work out down the line too, because you guys have just finished your season 3, haven't you, of your SMP series?
Just about there.
Yeah, May 30th, the server closes, and then June 2nd, we're going to do a group live stream for a group tour, and then we're going to take maybe a break until 1.13 comes out, so that way everybody can come back and then just enjoy the experience more, because it's kind of burnt out. That's something I think you guys might deal with too. I mean, there's everyone in the community gets burnt out at some point. So
see, it's funny you should say that actually, because there was a big, I mean, season 2 of Existence, I've talked about this a lot before on other podcasts and such, but we didn't start things on the best of terms. Things fell apart quickly and people became very hostile towards each other and the server and all sorts happened. But at the end of season 1, the idea was put forward by someone to have season 2, and that was mainly due to the fact that we had so many members change and so many new people and different people closer to the end of season 1, that the idea was that we just needed to start afresh and have a new season. But honestly, looking back on that now, like when did we start? August, nearly a year later, it's like, I wish we didn't, because it really, people were used to that world and people were still, I mean, they were definitely burnt out, but we were finding ways around it, and we were finding new things to do. And then all of a sudden, we came in and we're like, let's just put all this, like, kick it all out of the door and just start again. And the problems with season 2 at the beginning weren't because of that. They were more because of how we were, like, the direction, I guess, mixed directions. But I really do miss season 1 in the way that everyone was kind of still with everything. And even now with season 2, like, it's just hard to how can I put this?
It's a big transition, man.
Yeah, to leave it all behind, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's hard.
I think, yeah, and I think one thing that's going to help us with season 4 is 1.13, coming out.
Yeah.
There's such massive differences between 1.12 and 1.13 that it's going to help with the transition. So,
oh, absolutely. That'll make a huge difference. I think just having that new update, because I still don't know how we're going to handle 1.13, but things have been, over the past few months, things have been so, activity-wise, have been so problematic for existence, with everyone's being so busy and so hectic in real life. It's just like, even if we do, like, when 1.13 comes out, I don't know if that's going to make any difference. It's just hard to, I guess, find the priority for things like this sometimes.
Yeah, that's understandable. I've ran into a lot of people like that.
Life isn't really the YouTubers sometimes.
Yeah.
So especially the smaller ones.
I totally understand, man.
Yeah, people sometimes get a mixed concept as well. Well, I have a very strong opinion, I think, on smaller YouTubers, that, like, people take it too seriously sometimes. And I think I've talked a little bit about this before, especially when we had the podcast regarding, like, all the new YouTube AdSense stuff and all that they did, the monetization and stuff. But it really, like, when you're trying to do a good job, like, when you're trying to, satisfy the audience, you want to have that regular content and you want to be, like, interactive and stuff. But it's so hard to dedicate so much time to something that you realistically will get no, like,
compensation for.
Yeah. Like, you definitely get enjoyment out of it, without a doubt. Like, it's definitely a satisfying thing to do, to bring entertainment to these people and to make this content in all the videos and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's hard to find motivation. Well, speaking for myself anyway, and probably some other people in existence, it's hard sometimes to find motivation to do something that, at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself and go, why am I really doing this? Or, like, what am I getting out of this? And also, I think it's hard for me at my current age, like, trying to figure out what I'm actually doing with my life as well. It's like, why am I wasting all this time doing all this stuff for all these random people on the other side of the world? And I think at the end of the day, it comes down to the community.
Yeah, I think so
it's
too.
also,
yeah.
Also, you enjoy what you do.
Yeah. You're doing it
and
for
you
yourself. And because you love it, because other people love what you do. But it's just like, I need more time. I want to dedicate more time. But I just can't.
A lot of people like cringe. A lot of people will cringe on the, like, monetization aspect of things. And, like, we really do enjoy being part of the YouTube scene and, like, giving an audience entertainment. But I mean, that's time spent too. So it's like, money doesn't hurt because it helps us manage, like, the servers and, our equipment. That all goes into it too. To get that enjoyment, you got to have money. I put so much money into, I mean, my computer was like $1,800. I mean,
talk about my computer.
$300, So we put a lot of money into it, just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
A lot of people get really huffy about monetization. I don't know.
I mean, I've never monetized my stuff, and I never intended to, and now I won't even be able to, which is fine by me. But, like, one thing in particular, actually, my dad always says to me, because I don't really explain to them what I do, I just say it's Minecraft stuff. And he always says to me, are you making any money off it? I go, no. In fact, I'm losing money on it. Because you think basically, I mean, I do get a little bit back from some of the Existence members for running the server, but I'm losing so much money on hosting, and all like the equipment I've bought. I mean, my laptop I've always had my laptop before I did any. Well, I didn't buy my laptop for this, but like in terms of microphones and storage and software and all the money that I've put into it for no other reason than entertainment, my own just enjoyment. And I think honestly, that is the best thing you can spend money on. People say, what do they say? Money won't make you happy. But
money can't buy happiness.
It's the things that money buys that makes you happy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And the opportunities that that brings. Like, yeah. But at the end of the day, honestly, like I think I've said this so many times over and over and over again in so many different channel updates and thank yous and end of videos, but honestly, I would probably still be doing this, but I wouldn't be doing it in the same way if it wasn't for the people who, you know, make up my fan base or my subscriber base or whatever you want to call it, and the people I've met during it.
They make it so worth it, man. There are some incredible people out there that just watch all of your content and they become like family. So,
yeah,
absolutely. It's crazy how that works.
Like Pineapple, you were saying before how you've known my channel for 3 years now since I started my Game Mode 4 series?
Yeah. Pretty much.
And it's like, well, there's other people out there too. Like, it's only just by chance that you joined Existence and got all intertwined like that. But there's other people out there who have just been following me since then. And that's like, that's quite astonishing, really, that there are people that would loyal be the word?
That's powerful, yeah. I'd say loyal.
Yeah.
It's pretty, it's
That's
just
crazy.
like, yeah. And just like honestly, the opportunities that have been granted for all of us through this, like, not only through like Minecraft. Well, if you go back to the basics of it, it does come back to just Minecraft at the end of the day. But in terms of all like the servers and how like now Existence is so intertwined with Waystone, like, can we talk about what we tried to do a few weeks ago? Is that something we should talk about?
Fine. That's fine.
So we tried to steal Waystone.
Big Peach Pies come over in a shady suit. He's like, hey.
Well, it kind of was like that. So basically what happened is I found out, well, I think we put the idea to Waffle Stick a while back about when Existence was, when Waystone was getting pretty quiet. And we're like, do you guys want to like change over onto Existence and all that? Like just what did I call it? Like swooping or something? Not swooping.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What was the phrase I keep using?
Over.
I can't remember. But essentially, when I found out that Waystone was planning season 4, I put the idea out there to do Existence into the Waystone team to basically merge Waystone into Existence. And we had all sorts of there were a lot of name ideas, I tell you. Like, what was one? It was Existstone, Wastance. There was so many different things, but I think and I doubt anyone disagrees that it would have like been great. I still think it's like sad that it didn't happen, but at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be cool with the way that we will be able to, or that the direction that we are taking, like the interaction between Existence and Waystone.
Yeah, that's great. I think we need more of that. Like we were speaking about it earlier, but going back to that, it was originally a great idea, merging the SMPs, but at the end of the day, like Waystone, we kind of got together in a group call and we started talking about it, and we kind of like what we've got going on right now, and I don't think we're ready to let that go. And then we've got some members who don't record, and like Waystone's kind of shaped up to this thing it's not really on a business model anymore. It used to be, and we're just kind of what we are. And so we just wanted to stick with that for a while. It could still happen in the future. Who knows? But
I mean, it's definitely it was definitely a rushed I think,
Yeah.
decision to throw that out there, because essentially I was like, because I put the idea kind of out there before, but I think it was because like it was a weird time, I think, or too late possibly even, because you guys were already developing season 4, so it's kind of like to come along and be like, oh, forget all that, you're coming on our server now. It was probably a bit harsh, but definitely what you're saying, like with the future of the interaction between the two servers now and all the different events and stuff, it's going to be
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Something I've been
now.
wanting to do for ages.
Yeah, it's nice to have another SMP to like do events with and stuff, because it's really hard to get people for events. It's tough.
So,
And it's
People
hard
are
to
busy.
find good SMPs as well.
Yeah, and I think we just kind of rushed into that idea, like just not knowing too, because it was a really exciting thing. I mean, it's when you have a whole other group of people you can record with, like that's nice. It's a nice thing. But we can continue doing events together, and there's a lot of other things to come aside from UHCs and stuff. I want to start doing events from the Waystone. That way we can kind of trade off here and there and just do more variety content. I thought it'd be it's neat.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
because our original idea, it would have worked probably, but it's still, I think you would have lost kind of. I mean, it would have been like one server, but basically Waystone would be.
It's off the charts.
Yeah,
we're gone. McPeachpie's totally stole us.
But I think today and the UHC. I think today and the UHC is definitely a good look to what the future holds in terms of between the two servers.
Yeah. And it's a very solid foundation too. Everyone knows what UHC is. It's just it's a good foundation. On.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's kind of why we started doing them. Is it's a simple idea. It's straightforward. Everyone's kind of familiar with the concept. It's quite traditional. I mean, I don't really like tradition in most cases, but in this scenario, I think it's kind of a cool little thing to have a SMP UHC. I think that's kind of going back to the original kind of thing we're talking about. The way that the UHC has been built up as a traditional thing for SMPs, it's kind of weird that Minecraft in itself has developed these sub-traditions of how things work. I find it so fascinating that even with all the years Minecraft has been around, because when did it, 2011 was when I started playing?
Yeah, that was when Alpha. Alpha came out in 2010, I think, or something like that. Or Inf Dev. I've been playing since the Alpha days. So I've been around for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Old man.
So
see, I only started playing on the computer in 2013, to be perfectly honest, when 1.5 came out. Literally the day after I got Minecraft, 1.5 came out.
That's a long time ago still. Even
1.5?
Yeah.
I remember when beta rolled around and it was so exciting.
That was my first update.
Oh my gosh.
I
feel so
joined just
young.
as it switched.
2015 was the beginning for my PC journey, because I got my new PC and I can actually run it. But I played on Xbox since 2012.
Oh wow. That's a long time.
Wait, it's been around for that long? On
it's been
Xbox?
around.
I played Pocket Edition since I played it in 2011 and then got computer and I was like, this is so much better.
I'm getting old.
Gosh, yeah. Well, if you going back to what I was saying is that Minecraft has been around since 2009. Is that right? Since it first kind of came out.
Yep.
Actually,
so nearly
May 17th,
10 years.
So.
Over the 10 years,
9
we'll
years.
say 10 years to round. Over that long, how all these communities and how it has changed so many people's lives, I think it's a fair statement to make. I know that in my life it's made such a big difference in the opportunities that it's given me to interact with so many people and so many communities and do so much with different things. It's just, I think it gets lost, that idea. If you look at the way that the direction that it's going now, the idea that there's still these communities out there gets left behind, I think. Or at least I feel like it.
Good point, yeah.
A lot of hidden talent out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
With the especially with the oversaturation on YouTube and how many channels there are. I mean, I don't know what it's like now because I kind of disconnected myself from a lot of that more mainstream stuff, and honestly I don't watch any Minecraft content anymore apart from the close people like you guys, and even then I hardly get a chance to watch any existence videos.
Yeah, that's exactly how I am. Don't really have time to watch videos. I
don't follow any hermits anymore. I don't watch any redstone videos. I mean, occasionally I'll watch the odd one that pops up from like an update video or something, but literally I watch oh my gosh, Pineapple. I'm so disconnected from so much of the Minecraft stuff now, and I feel like that's because there's definitely been the amount of times we've probably talked about this in the podcast, there's been such a dramatic shift in the direction of Minecraft over the past year or so than there was recently, and I feel like a lot of the Java edition stuff gets left behind, like the community stuff.
Yeah, since the Microsoft switch, it seems a lot different.
Yeah, because Microsoft seems a bit more like most. I think most of the copies of Minecraft that I've sold are like Pocket Edition.
Oh yeah,
sounds about right.
Easily.
Not the PC edition anymore.
Actually, I'll fact check that while you guys talk. Let's have a look.
Well, yeah, Pocket Edition is a lot more cheaper than the Java edition. I think isn't Pocket like $10 or something?
Yeah, it was like between $5 or $10.
Yeah.
Whereas Minecraft, Java's like 34 or something like that.
I've tried playing the Pocket Edition.
So long.
I suck.
Yeah, I tried playing the Pocket Edition after playing the PC. Yeah, I just couldn't get.
I was like, nope. Let's go back to PC. Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got Windows 10 Edition,
which is part of the Bedrock Edition now. So
yeah,
which that's
it feels
not
good.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Bedrock at all.
It feels good, but it feels like a very cheap version of Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generic ripoff or something.
So many statistics, I can't find anything.
Even on the Minecraft website, there's over 100 million people that bought the game.
Wow.
Something like that, like 122 million. But that's covering everything, I think. I don't know if that's specifically.
That's everything, but the PC version, there's only 28 million. So, 70 million copies are Bedrock Edition.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is CPU intensive, and you've got to have a okay setup to run it. So I don't know if everyone has that setup. Probably,
and they don't. And there's a lot of people out there that I know of who have made the transition over to Bedrock purely because of how it runs.
Yeah,
Bedrock
just runs
sad.
Really well.
and also, kids. Some kids just don't have PCs.
Yeah,
they have their mom's cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, parents don't see PCs as a good gaming device, and they're like, okay, I'm going to buy my kid, a console, or everyone's got a phone now, so
exactly.
And how interconnected the Bedrock Edition is with the consoles and PC version.
Yeah, because everything's all intertwined now.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been quite a
kind of out there.
Yeah,
it's kind of out there.
Yep.
Honestly, Minecraft is it's the direction it's taking now with the whole intertwined and multi-platform stuff. It makes sense that Java has been left in the dust, and honestly, it's quite disappointing, quite sad to see so many people making the change over to Bedrock. It does kind of condense down the Java Edition community, I think.
Yeah.
Which can be good, but also can be bad in multiple ways. Well, I feel like it again anyway.
Java Edition is the best version of the game for me, and I kind of wish they would just implement that all into one version, and then just still have the flexibility that Java Edition does. That'd be great.
Yeah, and I've heard the Java Edition is just it's been it's been around for so long, and the code they'd have to rewrite the entire game to make it better for Xbox and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which
Makes
is basically what
Worth
they ended
it.
up doing anyway. But they redid it in different languages.
Yeah.
Because Java Edition is Minecraft. It was the original thing of Minecraft. It was what it was.
I'll be honest though, I done some cross-platform play on Bedrock Edition, and it was great. Like the connectivity and everything was really awesome. But yeah, without that flexibility, it's really hard to make that transition for me. It's got to be really flexible, like Java Edition, or I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about how big everything used to be with all the Minecraft wiki and the resource packs and the mods and all of that's basically gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. People have stopped doing it because of all the version updates, I guess.
Yeah, well, that too.
And there's been a lot of people that have gone over to Bedrock to sell actually sell their maps and stuff on.
Yeah.
Which I'm still very about.
Yeah, that's really stupid.
Because to me, that's what made Minecraft so great, was the ability to just have that access to all these different things and all these different creations and stuff. And that's what I used to love about all the games I used to play. Like on my PSP, I had Little Big Planet, and you could go onto the Little Big Planet community and get all these different worlds and stuff that people have made. And then I came across Minecraft, and you could do the same thing. And I think stuff I've never played it, but Gary's mod, you can get all those worlds and maps and stuff. It's part of that sharing and that sharing with the community and different access to different things that really makes the community up. And as soon as you make it privatized, like they have, it really breaks things up, I think. Well, it really separates people.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Between creators and players.
Yeah, that's definitely something I noticed. I haven't. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Sorry. I lost my train of thought halfway through that.
Well, I just feel the way that Minecraft used to be, it was the creators were players. They created things and then they played other people's maps and shared with their maps, and everyone was kind of it felt for example, with YouTube, we all probably had someone we looked up to at some point, someone's channel that we watched and thought, I want to do that too. I want to make videos and share them with people.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Minecraft. I know that I started making a map that I did and it worked in 1.6, but it was called the One for All Challenge, and I can't remember I think I was inspired by, I can't remember what it was, but essentially the map was, you got one of every single item in the game, and you had to then make and craft all these different things in this book in the first person to craft and make all of them one, and it worked in 1.6. But it was I saw all these other maps online and all these people making all these amazing things, and I thought, I want to try that, and I want to make a map and share it with people. And I did. Well, I never shared it, but I did make it, and I was going to share it. And now, I've done the same thing with World Border PvP. I mean, that's all public available now, and I've made that and I'm supplying it with people, and I used to work on it, but I haven't had a chance recently. But now with Bedrock and how that is, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I've never really indulged in any of it or been on the marketplace or anything because I literally have no access to it. But I feel that's all gone. There's no community drive anymore. It's all big servers and big creators making all these maps and running this empire that nobody has any chance to participate in except playing. And even then you have to pay for them. Skins. You have to pay for skins.
Yeah, I hate that.
I mean, look at us this morning.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, whatever time it is for you guys. When we were running around the lobby waiting for the US to start, changing all our skins willy-nilly to all these funny things that we'd all created. You can't do that in Bedrock.
Yeah, that's so true.
You have to buy the skins. You can't just go online and go, funny Elmo skin or whatever. You have to buy the skin of someone who drew it, which is fine. Sure, people deserve credit or some sort of payback for what they've done. Well, actually, now that I say that, think about what we were saying before about like why we do this and like how we don't really make any profit or get much compensation apart from like the community from what we do or the content we make and the servers we run. It's all for everyone else.
Yeah.
But now it's like you make a map to make money. Like you put it on the marketplace to get paid.
Ooh, that's dark place, man.
It is. It really, the community side of Minecraft is just slowly deteriorating into this conglomerate of a game.
Yeah. And money should not be your sole reason for doing it. Like they're pushing forcing the community to go in that direction, and that's not the way they need to do it.
Because of what the community is, without being too like, ooh, blah, 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 it's a lot of younger people, a lot of younger players, and they will just indulge that because that's what gaming is really becoming with mobile gaming and stuff. It's all that's normal, is that pay to play kind of aspect, like really
microtransactions and stuff.
Yeah. I think the easiest way I can think is that Minecraft is we talked about Minecraft in general a lot in the podcast, but I think here I really want to talk about the Minecraft community. And I feel like the Minecraft community has really been dumbed down, if that's a fair statement to make. Like, not to say the people who play are dumb, like, I'm not saying that, but like the way that the community is like expected to be, it's so borderline and so bland. Well, I don't know if bland is the word, but it's so flat. Like, there's no exploration or exploring of the community. It's just, here's the marketplace, buy a map, play it with your friends. Like, that's it. There's no like, find this map, just make that alteration, make your own map, change your skin, go online, change your resource pack, make your own resource pack, merge them, talk to all these people online, watch all these YouTubers, play on their servers. It's all like, oh yeah, you go on Mineplex and you play this game that runs this resource pack that you have to pay for or whatever. I don't even know how it works, but
Quake Wars.
I feel like the Minecraft community, and I feel like they made such a big deal about it not happening, but the Java edition has just been so separated.
It really has.
There is, honest, like I said, like there's people out there who I know that have made the change or lean towards more Bedrock because of how it runs. But honestly, like for someone like me, and I feel like a few of you even, speaking on your behalf here probably, but I have no interest in ever changing to Bedrock because Java Edition is the Minecraft that I know and is the only Minecraft that I really accept.
And as long as I can run it, I'm not forced to go over to Bedrock Edition, I am sticking with this. Not moving.
Well, and the other thing I look at is with Java Edition, being able to mod it and play modded is a big boon to it. You know, if you get burned out of vanilla, you can play some modded, and, it helps a lot.
Just that ability to do your own thing, to make the game your game. You can't do that with Bedrock. You take what you're given. You look at your dinner, you look back at your mum or your dad, and they go, eat it. And you go, okay. Whereas with Java Edition, your parent or your caregiver or your grandma, grandpa, whoever gives you dinner, they hand the plate to you, you push the peas to the side, you grab an extra slice of bread, stack up on those carbs. Who cares if it makes you fat? You're happy.
And then you look up and they're like, you see that mountain over there? You can go to it.
But honestly, like, and coming back to what I was saying about like how the community's being condensed, which is good and bad. It's bad because of everything we've just said, because of like how that expanded universe of Minecraft and the community has been somewhat lost. But it also means that it's not so overwhelmed, I think, anymore.
Something else to take in mind too about going to paid content. When you have a money-based system, it's usually whatever's most popular, and they rip it from that. I've noticed a lot of minigame servers having that issue of just ripping off like Battle Royale, and it just becomes very oversaturated. And it's not creative like, we do this for the community with the people who do the modded packs and stuff. They're really creative compared to that.
Yeah. And even like some of the older mini games were really like, I'm trying to think what we used to have, like, well, Quakecraft, for example, we played that the other day, but even like Hunger Games became, like, it developed so much. Hunger Games got crazy, like, complicated in some cases. Like, when I used to play Hunger Games back in the day, it was so, like, straightforward, but now I don't think anyone even play Hunger Games anymore. Do people still play Hunger Games?
Hunger Games is... I don't think so.
They all play Eagle
I
Wars.
don't really see it very often.
I just call it UHC.
Bed Wars. I think like Bed Wars is a big thing.
It's like Sky Wars, but with beds.
Yeah. I tried playing it once, and I'm just like, what is this?
Oh gosh, yeah, but like what you're saying, like all the games now are like, I mean, it's definitely, there's some angle of bias coming from what I say, because I've never actually played Bedrock Edition. But from what I've seen and from the changes in Java Edition, it's the community side to things is so different now.
Yeah, totally.
And even you look at like the YouTube side of things, it's so hard to find Java Edition YouTubers now. Either because they were so much older and played it so long ago when it was even different again. Like when I started playing Java, or started playing on the computer edition, it was during that time where Minecraft was seen as all kids were starting to play Minecraft, and all the older people were like moving away from it because it was a kids game and stuff. And now that it's kind of happening again. So it's like, would you say, I've kind of just thought this now, so I don't know if it's going to make sense. Would you say that Minecraft is on its third generation of players?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so too.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Yeah.
Where do you think the second generation started? Because when I joined, I think it was kind of during that time, I think, but I don't feel like, I feel like it was sometime before when I started playing.
To me, it's like after 1.7, sort of.
Like 1.7 release?
Hermitcraft.
Like after it's been released and like most of the mod packs came out and stuff. A little bit later than your timeline, I think. But that's just me, personally. Yeah. But I've been playing for
1.7 sounds about right, yeah.
About right,
but I feel like it was around 2015. Around there is when stuff started to change.
Like
in my opinion,
started pushing over to Microsoft, and people are doing less content. Like as far as mod packs.
That's what I would argue would be the third generation. Like with the whole Microsoft changeover and all the Pocket Edition taking over, I would call that the third generation.
Okay.
In my opinion, anyway.
Makes sense.
But I feel like the second generation. I feel like maybe because for me, I'm quite. Well, I'm doing quotations here with my hands, but I feel like I'm a new player from when I started joining. Because I feel like a lot of people I were playing with were like talking about when like the Halloween update. What was that? 1.4, 1.3,
1.5.
1.5. No, 1.5 was the Redstone update.
Was that maybe, like beta 1.5?
I'm not sure, to be honest. But when the Wither was
added,
1.4.
1.4. Oh, that one.
Yeah. I feel like that was like the height of that generation. And then when I started playing, it was like the new generation was coming in. And now I feel like another generation is taking over again.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like your first generation would be like, people get into Minecraft, doing the survival thing. Then it goes to mod packs. Then it goes to Microsoft and Bedrock Edition and stuff.
Now it's all... Do people still play survival? Honestly, right? With Bedrock Edition, I hardly ever hear about the survival aspect. It's always maps and skins and servers. I never, or hardly ever, hear about the survival aspect of things.
Yeah, I remember when the creative mode was first added to Minecraft, I was pretty much always playing survival before that, and when it got added, I switched over to creative for probably about a year or so, and before I went back to actual survival.
You said when caves got added?
Caves? When I was playing Pocket Edition, there were no caves. When I started playing Pocket Edition, it was a 256 by 256 world, and it was awesome. I loved it. And I used to make my own caves. I would basically, my mines, I dug diagonally downwards, and then would dig diagonally like sideways, and it was just the coolest thing. And all those worlds got corrupted when they tried to expand the world size, and I was really sad.
Oh boy.
But now it's just like I never hear. And even what's the point of creative mode if you can't share the worlds?
Yeah, totally.
Like that was
or
one
even
thing
Minecraft in general, really.
Yeah.
Even a survival world. I mean, you could play single player for a long time, and you usually do at the beginning. But after so long, you have to share that. Like it's just a embedded thing.
Yeah, just like I remember when I threw in my first server in New Zealand Network server, and honestly, like that was game changing. That was life changing. I was now part of this bigger aspect of things, and with Bedrock Edition, I feel like that's just irrelevant now. It's just instant. Like you're online, you're straight away onto servers, but there's no like real community survival aspect, or even like the community's so massive in the way that all the minigame stuff worked. It's like, well, where do you make these smaller communities like we have now with Existence and Waystone? Like, where do you find that? Can you even find that kind of community?
I don't know. And I don't know, just from my experience, everyone kind of expects you, like, coming from like a streaming standpoint, like everyone seems to expect that you have Bedrock Edition. They don't expect you to have a Java Edition.
See, it used to be the other way around.
And so, people just come in, they'll expect to be able to play with you.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I've seen that. They're like, add me.
Yeah.
Like, add me as friends. Like, why? And like, oh.
Yeah.
Or like,
the business model is so weird around Minecraft nowadays, because I remember it used to be about like, people being technical and like creating things, and now it's like pushing toward like, play together and stuff. But I don't know. I don't. And it seems more kiddish now. It's not more about the technical people.
Yeah.
It seems like the marketing is turning more childish. It's real weird.
Yeah, very definitely.
Like the Minecraft musical at Minecon.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even bother to tune into that last year.
Oh, I missed it. So. I was asleep.
I watched it, but I wish I didn't.
What was that? Wasn't that before last UHC?
Yeah, I believe so.
I have a funny feeling it was, or like on the same day or something.
Because we were talking about it in the UHC.
Yeah. Weird. Anyway. I think we might as well wrap things up here.
Yeah.
On a slightly depressing note.
GG.
Oh well, the UHC was fun anyway.
We'll still be here. We'll be doing more events in the future. Yeah. I mean, that's something.
Oh, yeah.
We still have Java Edition.
Yes, exactly. And even if they do like discontinue it, which they've said they won't, and we'll take their word for it, but we can still play it at the end of the day. Hopefully, maybe, possibly, someone will find a way around it.
Yeah.
And then modded will become more and more prevalent because the version won't change.
Yep, absolutely.
Exactly. But anyway, well, thank you everyone for joining us all in this podcast. Thank you to the Waystoners for popping in.
Thank you for having us.
That's all right, yeah. And Pineapple for making me not the only Existence member in the Existence podcast. But yeah, no, thank you guys all for coming, and thank you all to viewers out there. I hope you all enjoyed. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the Minecraft community and how the Minecraft community is changing and how things are in the comments below. And definitely go check out all the Waystoners. Season 4 coming soon with 1.13, hopefully. Alrighty, well thank you guys. I'm McPeachPie signing out. See you guys all later.